Walking north. How do you keep travelling north on a green day when you can't see the sun and you don't have a map? Molly did not need a map. She had lived all her life in the bush, and although the land here in the south was strange to her, she knew which way to go. Leaving the river behind them, they began to cross some low hills thickly covered with acacia bushes. The spines of the acacia leaves cut their bare legs, but the girls did not stop. Soon it began to rain. "We've got no coats," said Gracie. "We're going to get so wet." "Never mind," Molly said happily. "Rain is good. Think about the black tracker. He can't follow our tracks now because the rain will wash them away." With that happy thought, they went on walking through the rain, through woodlands and open ground, over hills and down valleys. When it began to get dark, Molly stopped to look around. "We got to find a good, safe place to make a camp for the night," she said. "See that little hill down there, in that valley? It's full of rabbit holes. We'll dig a hole for us, make it big enough for three of us." "We gonna sleep in the ground like rabbits?" said Grace. "Nobody gonna look in a rabbit hole for us," Molly said. Daisy laughed. No, nobody will find us in there." They found an old, unused hole, and side by side they dug with their hands to make it big enough for the three of them. Molly had chosen a hole that faced east, because she had noticed that the rain always came from the west. They ate some of their dry bread, drank water from a little river in the valley, and climbed into their rabbit hole. It was crowded, but it was warm and dry and safe. They slept deeply. The next morning they were woken by the sound of rabbits running all around them. They thought hungrily about breakfast. A nice fat rabbit cooking over a fire. Gracie got up, chased a rabbit, caught it, and killed it. "What did you do that for?" said Laurie angrily. "We got no matches to make a fire to cook it." "Well, I'm hungry," said Gracie said miserably. She threw the dead rabbit away, and for breakfast they had lots of cool water from the river, and hard dry bread from their bags. It was the second meal of their journey. Gracie was still miserable. "Judo, we gotta go back to the settlement. We're gonna die out here. Please, let's go back." "You want to go back to the settlement?" said Molly angrily. "You heard what they'll do to us. They'll cut out our hair off, give us a big beating, and lock us up in that prison place." Daisy stood silently, watching them and listening. "You want to go back? You're mad," Molly said. "We three came together, and we're going home together, so let's go." But Gracie refused to move. "I'm hungry, Judy. I want some meat, not just bread and water." Molly walked back to Gracie and put her arm around her shoulder. "Don't worry. We're going to find something to eat. You'll see," she said gently. "This country's different from all ours, so we're going to learn to find their bush tucker. That's all. Come on, let's go along now." And so on they went, walking north under a grey sky, and with a cold wind blowing through their thin cotton dresses. They could not stop thinking about a meal of meat, hot damper, and sweet tea. They came to another river, but this one was shallow, and easy to walk through. Halfway across they heard voices, and stopped to listen, looking fearfully around them. Men's voices coming towards them. "Quick, hide," said Molly. She pulled her young sisters behind a thick bush, and pushed them to the ground. The voices came closer, speaking Marduk words. Molly looked out. It was two Marduk men returning from a hunting trip, carrying a large, cooked kangaroo. They were very surprised when the three girls ran out to meet them. "We're from Marble Bar," the older of the two men said. "Where are you two girls going?" "We're running away from the settlement," said Molly. "We're going home to Jigalong." "Well, you girls want to be careful," said the young tracker man. "I hear they got a Maru policeman, a tracker.